Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farm, and today I want to tell you why I can no longer recommend this cheap Chinese construction equipment. Now, I don't mean that to say in general I wouldn't recommend any affordable Chinese construction equipment. I'm talking specifically about the line of machines that I've been testing. Now, about 6 months ago, I made a video announcing this line of machines. And in that video, I said that if all goes well, and probably in 60 to 90 days, we'll be announcing that these machines are available for sale. Now, I wouldn't be launching anything. These were going to be launched by Jake, who's the owner of the tractor yard. Now, Jake imported these machines under the belief that he was getting a premium Chinese machine with premium features and higher build quality, and that was going to have parts support and all of those things. And the idea was that we'll take these machines, spread them around our local area. I've got one of them. I've ran several of them. And that we were going to try to beat them up and see if anything breaks before we offer them for sale. Well, that's been almost 6 months ago, and we've put a lot of hours on these machines. I've ran all of them. Jake has been loaning them out to some local construction guys or excavating guys. He's been running them himself. And overall, they're not bad machines. Like, I can get in this machine and the capability of it, the functionality is just as good as any other machine that I've ran. I mean, this is a 3.5 ton, like 8,000 pound machine, and I can put it up against the Kubota or Bobcat machine that's the same size and do the same amount of digging in the same amount of time. But there are a few little things that we've found that aren't quite up to standard, and that has left Jake with a difficult decision. Because the reality is, there's a big market for cheaper equipment like this if it's capable. And with my platform and my ability to, promote these products and make a big deal about them, Jake could announce these for sale tomorrow and he could make a lot of money selling these machines. And I could benefit from that. Now, I don't get paid if someone buys something like this. I don't get paid if you buy any of the tractors or any of the other equipment that I'm recommending. But if he's doing well, I'm going to get access to more machines, and that's cool for me. And we had an option that right now, tonight, as I'm recording this, I could be announcing that these machines are available and we're taking orders. And we've decided not to. And it doesn't mean that we're never going to launch these machines, but we're not going to launch them until we are really proud of them. Now, with this specific machine, it's mostly been good, but there are two problems. First, we bent the thumb. That was easy. We re-engineered the thumb. We could have offered the improved thumb on all the new models. No big deal, right? But that was a little bit of a sign that there was a flaw in the engineering. We sent that back to the manufacturer. They also are redesigning that thumb. Well, it's done, but I don't have their redesign on my machine. The second thing is, this machine has a tendency to overheat under certain circumstances, and we have not yet figured out why. So with this machine, I can sit there and dig for hours and I'm fine. But if I get in this and I drive across the property and back, the machine will overheat. So there's something with the hydraulic motors or the way this is designed that is not allowing it to cool properly when you're traveling with it. Now, I'm certain that if I took this machine up to Jake's shop, he could fix that. They could diagnose it and figure it out and fix it. But it shouldn't be that way. So we can't sell it. In that video, we did not just show this machine. We showed an entire lineup of miniature excavators. We showed miniature skid steers. We showed a little sit-on driving like forklift thing, and then a full-size skid steer. And none of those other machines are having this overheating problem. Just mine. But each machine has had something, some little thing that Jake was not satisfied with. So the decision that he's made is to take his list of grievances about these machines, send them back to the manufacturers, and see if they fix all of them. Now, we might continue to run these for another year and then decide, you know what, they've fixed everything to our standards, and then they go out for sale. Also, it's a possibility that we look into another manufacturer. But I said earlier, we could announce these for sale today and make a bunch of money. But The long tail of that is unhappy customers. And that's not a sacrifice that he's willing to make. And I completely agree with his decision. Now, for me, what the conversation comes down to is value. Because you know that this machine from Bobcat or Kubota or John Deere is $70,000. Getting it this way, you can get it for $30,000, $35,000. You say, well, I'm saving $35,000. Now, the trade-off for that is maybe I have to diagnose this problem with it. Maybe the thumb's not designed as well. Maybe I'm going to have some more problems. Now, you have a $35,000 buffer where you've saved all this money, and you say, well, I'm going to have to spend some money on fixing this and fixing this and fixing this, and I'm going to have some inconvenience. But for $35,000, I'll deal with some inconvenience. The same logic applies to the little bitty machines. Those tiny little gas-powered excavators that you've seen me run, you can buy one of those for under $10,000 when a name brand machine is $35,000. You say, I'm paying way under half price for this. I'm saving $25,000. Maybe it's not as good, but I'm willing to take that risk. It's my money. I can make a decision. I can trust that I have the skills to repair the machine if something breaks, or if I'm not happy with it, I can reinforce the thumb so it doesn't bend, or whatever the case may be. And I'm willing to take that risk for the amount of money that I save on the front end. Those are just choices that we all get to make. Some guys are going to say, I will only buy the premium machine. Some guys will say, I'm only going to buy the cheap machine. But if you're deciding to buy the cheap machine, my advice is shop around and try to find the premium value on them. And I think all of these cheap Chinese machines are going to have some trade-offs. But you got to find machines that have been around and have a reputation, and that somebody has put real hours on, like what I'm doing with this one and what I'm telling you right now. If somebody puts real hours on them and then shares their experience, that helps a lot with that buying decision. Now, I've only ran one other brand of the inexpensive mini excavator, and it seemed like a good machine. The guy who owned that machine said he had not had any problems with it. So I'm interested to try out some other brands. I'm interested to keep running this. I was actually running it all day today, and I love having this machine here. So I'm interested to try out some other brands. But those are decisions that we're talking about from a consumer point of view. I can decide to save some money and take some risk. But from a dealership perspective, when Jake is thinking about selling these, your reputation is only as good as the machines that you sell, and your reputation will only hold up as long as you're willing and able to provide support to people who buy these machines and have problems. And in this case, he decided that these machines today are not something he wants to put his name behind. So even though we've had a wait list for people wanting these, there's been a lot of interest. I get people messaging me, asking me, are the green machines for sale? As of today, the answer is no. These are not for sale, and we don't know if they ever will be. So tomorrow, I'm putting this thing back to work. My next video is going to have some awesome project footage of finishing out the road build, and I hope you guys tune in to watch that. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.